Hi guys, my name is Kelly Johnson. I am your Miss Kenai Winchester 3rd attendant, and today I'll be reading you a book called Dog Sense. So let's get started. Okay, chapter 1. My body hits the wall like a feed sack. My head smacks a stone, and I hear ringing in my ears. Then one of the ugliest faces I've ever seen appears in front of me, the boy. He looks more like a gorilla, weighs at least twice my 120 pounds, and the grin on his face spreads wider than a jack-o'-lantern's. His crooked nose almost touches mine. He's so close, my eyes can barely focus. But I can make out a scar running across his left eyebrow, and several whiskers poking like a hog bristles from his chin and upper lip. Welcome to BS Middle School. He spits. His breath hits me like a volcanic sulfur. And even though my body is trembling, I find myself wondering what kind of rotten meat he's been feeding on. What do you want? I ask, trying to smooth the quiver in my voice. From behind Sulfur Breath, I hear mean-sounding chuckles from a couple of guys who are obviously part of the welcoming committee. I glance over the gorilla's shoulder to see that one of them is tapeworm skinny, stands about 6 feet tall, and wears a dirty red National Rifle Association baseball cap on his head. The other one lurks like a maggot. He's short, has bad teeth, and looks more than a little unhappy about the gene pool evolution has handed him. You the new kid? New California kid? Sulfur Breath hisses. Yeah, I'm from California. Then what I want is your nuts and a vise. I hate Californians. So don't do anything to piss me off. You understand? I try to hold his gaze, but he presses me harder against a stone. His forearms feel like steel as they drive into my chest. I look away. Yo comprendo, I say. What? He says, slamming me into the wall again. This is America, got it? We speak English here, not no Phrygian Italian. I understand. I get it. I say, not bothering to point out I'd been speaking Spanish. With one last shove, he says, good. The two parasites in tow, he lumbers off in search of his next prey item. Jeez, I mutter, checking my shirt for blood. If he needs to mark his territory, why doesn't he just pee on the building or something? Aw, don't worry about him. He does that to all the new kids. I glance up to see Lanky, sandy-haired kid watching me. The zits on his face look like they're holding a convention. I'm Luke Grant, he says, holding out his hand. This kid throws me because no one shakes hands in California. I put my hand out. Guy. Now he looks confused. That's my name, I tell him. Guy Martinez. Guy is a family name. Oh, Luke says, but then he studies me for a moment. You don't look Mexican. Isn't Martinez Mexican name? Spanish, I correct him. My great-great-great-grandfather came over here from Spain. Aw, you don't look Spanish either. I'm not. I'm from California. Oh, Luke replies, apparently satisfied. You an 8th grader? Yeah, me too. Maybe we'll have some classes together. Just what I need, I think. I nod toward the T-Rex who slammed me against the wall and ask, who's Sulfur Breath? That's Brad Mullen. He's a jerk. Stay out of his way. You'll do okay. What's his problem, I ask. Hey, Luke exclaims. Look at that cool dog. My head snaps around just in time to see my border collie streak dash in front of a school bus honking and bolt across the street into a crowd of students. Crap! I moan, rushing toward him. Streak come. Honestly, waging his stump of a tail. Streak dances and darts from one group of kids to another, sticking his nose in crotches, licking backpacks, and nipping at people's shoelaces. Some of the kids squeal or laugh. One girl shouts, "Get away, you mutt!" I give my special 2-note whistle before Streak can give Brad Mullen a butt sniff. Streak hears the whistle and lopes over to me. Is that your dog? Luke asked. Yeah, I signed, clutching Streak's collar. He's mine. Just then, the 8 o'clock school bell blares across the school grounds. Streak lets out a long howl in sympathy, and all the kids around me laugh. I can feel my face turning red. I gotta take him home. I tell Luke, "You'll be late." That's all state the obvious. It's hard to believe, but my day actually started out okay. Mom made me pancakes to set positive tone for my first day at a new school, in a new town, in a new state. Grandpa snored his way through breakfast, allowing me to get ready in peace. As I strolled the 4 blocks between Grandpa's house and the school, I had actually said to myself, well, maybe Montana won't be such a bad place to live after all, right? Now, only 15 minutes later, I've already become a target for a homicidal bully, and my dog has escaped Grandpa's backyard and followed me to school. I hear the second school bell ring behind me. Well, you dummy, I say, looking down at Streak. It's official. I am late for my first day of school. Streak wags his stump and jumps on me. Off, I say, gently kneeing him in the chest. Don't try to make up with me. You're a bad dog. Streak's ears go back, and I immediately regret yelling at him. I've read the border collies are especially sensitive, and you can't bawl them out too much, or they turn into a Shih Tzu. Oh, it's okay, I tell him, and give his head a good rub. My mom got a Streak for me right after we moved to Montana. Part of the guilt-induced payoff for making me leave all my friends and move to the end of the known solar system. I think she's also thought a pet would help take my mind off Dad's announced departure a year ago. A few days after we got here, she spotted Streak's picture in a local paper under Mutt of the Week and said, "Guy, I think we need a dog." I never really thought about it, but the next day she drove Grandpa and me down to Coffee County Humane Society, where they let Streak out of his kennel for the first thing he did was pee on the kennel keeper's foot. That sold me. I didn't care that I didn't care that his tail had been lopped off. I just laughed and said, I want him. In retrospect, I should have predicted that Streak would pee on some of Grandpa's furniture too. But fortunately, he only ruined one of his old chairs before I got him housebroken. Grandpa took it pretty well. I jogged the last block to Grandpa's house, Streak trotting along beside me. When we reached the front porch, I wondered how I'm going to keep a Streak from following me to school again. You can't come with me, okay? I tell him. Streak looks up with his intense chestnut eyes, and I noticed again. What a handsome dog he is. His black coat gleams in the sunlight. A white ring spreads around his neck and down his chest, and one lightning bolt of white fur runs over his head and down his nose. That's why I named him Streak. But it could have been for his lightning speed. As he looked up at me, I can tell that all he wants right now is a good game of chase the ball. No game, I say. We better put you inside for the day. I ease open the front door, trying not to make any noises. Guy, is that you? Grandpa calls from upstairs. I glance back at Streak and whisper, now look what you've done. Guy, my grandfather yells again. It's me, Grandpa, I shout, wondering if he's got his hearing aid in yet. Not that I really think he needs it when he wants to. He seems to hear a lot of things, like the front door's opening for assistance. Bring me up a glass of V8, would you, son? Okay. I walk to the kitchen and pour a glass of the thick blood red liquid. When I get upstairs, my grandfather is sitting in his bed, adjusting the tiny volume knob on his hearing aid. I hand him his drink. Thank you, son. He takes a big slurp and sets the lid. I shudder. You couldn't pay me to drink that stuff. Then Grandpa asks, how was school today? I roll my eyes. Sometimes, right when he wakes up, Grandpa acts a little confused. But this time, I think he's faking it to keep the conversation going. Grandpa, I say, I haven't been to school yet. I'm late and have to go. Oh, well, you better get cracking. In my day, we were late. The teacher gave us a shoe. Not daring us to ask what the shoe is, I hurry out of the room. Goodbye, Grandpa. I'm only halfway down the stairs when I hear his voice again. Guy? I sighed and stopped. Yeah, My roids are acting up again. Can you get me my H? Oh man, I think not. The hemorrhoids again. Reluctantly, I hopped back up the stairs and head to the bathroom, and I took the medicine cabinet. But the white and blue tube isn't there. Where is it? I shouted. Where's what? Your preparation H. Look in the drawer. I pretty much can guarantee it's not going to be in the drawer, but I opened it anyways, and surprise, there's the tube lying right on top of my toothbrush. Even better, the tube cap is missing and some of the yellow ointment has leaked onto the toothbrush bristles. Oh, gross, I mutter. What? Nothing. Grimacing, I dangled the tube between my thumb and my forefinger and walked it into Grandpa. It won't bite you. It's just Prep H, Grandpa tells me. Yeah, I know, I mumble, already planning to buy a new toothbrush after school, before Grandpa can ask me to actually help him with the preparation H. I rush downstairs and out of the house. Thank you for reading chapter 1 with me. Stay tuned for chapter 2.